This story is about a young boy, Lorenzo Phillips Fear, who came on his own to explore the West, where his father once lived. As is easily recognized, the boy was certainly just learning how to ride a horse. He meets an old general, John Travis Smith. Smith lives alone in his old cabin. His only friend is his old horse, whom he calls Alamo. Because General Smith was late with his reinforcement troops for the Battle of Chattanooga, he in shame withdrew from society, intending to spend the remainder of his days just dreaming and pretending about what that great day would have been like, if only he had arrived at the battle on time. When the general meets the young explorer, he tends to take out upon him a lot of built-up frustration through teasing and barking at him. Lorenzo, with his consistent, calm, and mild nature, treated him with kindness and respect. The general knows he enjoys having the boy around, but is too proud to admit it. He hopes the boy will think of him as someone great and wonderful. When the general goes off on his own with Alamo to his Memorial Day, where he pretends he's fighting his battle, Lorenzo waits for him to come back. The boy finds a book, the record of a man's life who knew the prophet Brigham Young. Through reading this book, Lorenzo becomes interested in the religion that he read about. General Smith returns. Lorenzo wonders when the general will take him across the country to see where the land was that he trained for war. Smith contemplates the danger of long travel in the dry desert. He decides that they will go, but they must walk, because his only friend and companion was, of course, his horse, which was too old for the journey. Lorenzo gets to know and see what the country is like. Smith gets the satisfaction of telling his story to someone who might carry on the history of his life. Lorenzo tells the general about the book he found and proposes to interest the general in the gospel. It did not come easy, but at summer's end, the boy said he would come back next summer and read to him the book that he found, for it had become quite evident that the general couldn't read very well. Lorenzo also offers to write the story of the general's life, and thus makes him a happy man. Now, about the making of this show, my motives were to create good, clean home entertainment if possible. However, conditions were we were not able to practice this. I, being the director, made most of it up just while we were filming it, so it might be boring and confusing. Well, that's why I figured I ought to start by telling what it's all about right at the first. And what are the good lessons to be gotten out of it? They're not obvious enough, so I'll have to tell you what to look for. One of them is that the boy kept sweet and was kind, though the general was harsh. I wanted it to be funny as well, and so it is at times. And the beautiful arrangements of the land was the other thing that I wanted to capture for enjoyment. And just the neat feeling of the Old West, the cowboy stuff, the cabin with its old rickety boards, and the sunlight through the spaces of the wood. So get what good you can out of it, and try to forget that it's confusing and pointless. It was just for home entertainment.
Get out of here, you overgrown coyote. Now give that back.
Well, you threw it at me. How do you expect me to give it back?
Of course I threw it at you. Now you give that back or I'll throw it at you again. Now get out of here before I sing my horse on you. What kind of white men do you think you are? Walking in somebody's house with not even a knock?
Well, from the outside, looking like nobody lived here. And from the inside.
Why not moving out? Just because it doesn't look like anybody lives here. Who are you anyhow?
My name's Lorenzo Philsphere.
Philsphere? You're Daryl Philsphere's boy?
Yeah, how do you know him?
He actually got married? Last I heard, he moved back east. Or I should say, herded?
Yeah, France is where he lived.
Are you the oldest? Or the only child?
I'm the youngest of 4 brothers, but they've all moved elsewhere.
And what are you doing way out here?
Just exploring the country. And real quick began to think that the West was my place.
You're just a boy. You don't have any idea about the hardships of the West.
I know more than you think.
Sure, like black ants and rocks.
No, I don't know how to handle horses and mountains and western wilderness.
Where are you staying?
I don't know yet. I'm still searching.
Well, boy, do you know who I am?
No?
I am General Smith.
Oh, that's neat. Well, who's he?
You mean you don't know who General Smith is?
No, I really don't.
Well, boy, you're not leaving this place till you know everything there is to know about General John Travis Smith. Sit down. Not on the couch, on the floor.
Oh, come on, General Smith. I've been sitting on my saddle all day. Please, can I sit on the couch?
Just for a minute. Well, seeing how you don't know who General Smith is, being the son of one who knew him very well, then I assure you, you do not know how your pa used to be. Mr. Philsphere was really quite a busybody. That was when he was awake. He slept 16 to 18 hours a day. And then when he woke up, he'd poke his nose into everybody's business. There was 2 particular ladies that were very popular in our lives. Whenever they entered the saloon or the hotel, then Mr. Philsphere will rush to the door and escort them in and give them opinionated comments. Fair or unfair, he was frank.
Lucille Bubblebee? That's my mother!
You mean he actually married her? Yeah, you boy, you're a god of combination.
Well, what happened next?
Well, came the third lady.
That is so weird. Pa's always trying to get Ma to change her name to Gil. He said if he ever had a girl, he'd name her Gil. And me being the last child, he named me Lorenzo.
Yeah, to settle for second best again. I haven't laughed in 24 years. I'm gonna get Parkinson's if I'm not careful.
Well, finish the story.
Well, in this particular time, in the old hotel, then Lucille Bumblebee was introducing some of her friends to Miss Proctor, and we danced and visited through the night. Not too very long. I'll take you to my war training site.
Which war was it?
So war,
What battle did you fight in?
Chattanooga. This is your file account, and downstairs is mine.
Where am I supposed to sleep?
Just get your bed rail out. One of those boards are bound to hold you.
What if I fall through the ceiling?
Huh. Ain't my business. Just don't land on me or I'll sit on you the rest of the night. There's a swing there if you get bored.
That thing wouldn't hold me.
None of my business. Might hold you better than the board does.
How do you live in this place? It's falling apart.
I admit, some of the boards are older than I am, but they won't live as long as I'm going to be.
Where are you going?
None of your pie.
What's that supposed to mean?
Think about it, you might figure it out.
Well, can I go with you?
No. It's it's Memorial Day for me and my horse only.
How long are you gonna be gone?
Today, tomorrow, a week.
If you're gonna be that long, I might be gone when you get back.
Good. Stay like I'm gonna miss you. You're a bag of questions anyhow.
Okay then, bye.
Oh, Elmo, are you home? I know who I am. I'm General Smith, your honor. Let's go back in the past, the army. Better get going, or I'll flush your head. George! We gotta do this. Captain Jack, go to the north. Captain Gilbert, go to the south. Guards, charge! There's General Bob, get him! You know, can blow a trumpet as well as I used to. You know, Elmo, we're getting pretty old, aren't we? Oh, we're some old cowboys and all the horses got divorces. But I'll see to that won't happen because you will get a divorce. I'll divorce you first. For the old cowboys of the West, for as for our horses, they all got divorces. But that will not happen to me because I'll give you a divorce first. You pesky flies, you flies, don't bother me. You know, I wonder where that Lorenzo boys went. Oh well, I don't care about it as much as I care about you, Elmo.
In life's experiences, influenced mightily by the words and acts of God and man, relative to the fullness of the gospel, I feel compelled of God to write my testimony based off the experiences and inspiration God has allowed me to have. The Lord blessed me with 3 beautiful daughters. I think of them very often. I was away from them more than I was not. While on my mission to settle the West and spread the gospel unto the few people upon this land who would receive it, my daughters and their beloved mother were very faithful and obedient to me. We were, that I know of, one of the first families to respond to the call of Brigham Young to go forth and settle the West. Mothers, they had one of the most faithful mothers who ever lived. She taught them their faith and obedience to priesthood. Though it was the hardest thing for me to do when I had to leave them to fulfill my mission and call to the prophet, I could go only upon this comfort that they were not mine. They belonged to God. I knew if I would faithfully go where God directed me through his prophet that the time would come when I could have them for eternity. If I finished my mission following the direction of God in this life, then whosoever would read my story shall read at the time when I dwell with my family eternally in the heavens.
I waited 3 days for General Smith to come back. Pretty quick, I decided to believe that he would be gone for a month as he said he might be. On the morning of the 4th day, I decided to go exploring in the mountains to pass the time of his absence. Nearly 2 weeks later, I came back and General Smith had returned.
You look so lovely in that gown that we can dance all the way to town. Your dress is so long, you can sweep the room, so I don't need to purchase a broom. A broom is all we have to do is dance, 'cause Philip Fear's gone to France. Lord, la 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 la, Lord. La 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 la. You old cactus in a cowboy suit.
Calm down, young goat.
I expect to live 300 years when you're sneaking around like that.
What? You think you're gonna live 300 years?
Now you made me so mad, I only lived 295.
Well, I didn't make you mad.
Every time you come around, you make me mad.
That may be, but it's your choice.
You see, you're making me madder.
Why? Because I'm telling the truth?
No, because you're my wife.
Why are you speaking to your partner?
To you, it's just a dress. So don't even pretend you think it's anything but that.
It'll flip! You said you'd take me to see your work training site.
I didn't say today.
Well, that's what I came back here for.
And why are you more excited than I am?
Because I'm exploring the country and going until you give me a good idea of what's out there.
To tell you what's out there. No water, lots of cactus, bones of beasts and fellers, and crazy as you, the part their carcasses in such a place.
thought you wanted to take me.
That's because you just got me talking about it. We're not going. But if we do go, we're walking. Or we're not going anyway.
Why walk?
I'll tell you why. Is that because my only friend and companion is that horse over there in that good-for-nothing crowd. He's still to be ridden other than a few days a year during the time of the Battle of Chattanooga.
How's your horse anyway?
92 good years old.
Horses don't even live to be half that old.
This one does, and there will be no more said about it.
So I guess we're not going then, huh?
So you'd rather hear the story of the bones of those who didn't come back than one who did?
You mean there's a low probability of returning?
Yep. If you know where you're going, and I know the way, and I'm not going to take you.
Why?
Because you're all stuck on riding a horse that you can't keep up with me.
Sheesh, General. A turtle could win you in a race, you old loaf of bread.
I may be old, but you'll be surprised with all the energy I have when I need it.
What if you can't keep up with me?
Come here, and I'll show you. Get on your hands and knees.
What?
Haven't your pa taught you to be obedient and without a question?
What are you doing?
Get up, Rufus!
Get off of me!
Get up, Rufus!
I can't even breathe. You're like trying to carry the Great Wall of China on one load.
If you're not willing to wait for the Great Wall of China, then you're going to be carrying it.
Okay then, if you'll get off of me before I suffocate.
Ugh. Ah.
Oh, you poor horse.
Well, now you know that I'm strong. I have to carry myself all the time.
Are we gonna go?
I have you know, boy, your meals will be rationed.
I know, I was planning on that.
I got some nuts, dried rolls, and bread, and a little bit of rabbit jerky. Now, take this stick and go hunt some rabbits.
What's this? How do you catch rabbits with this?
You take the stick and sneak up behind them and pop them on the head.
You can't even get close enough to a rabbit to hit them.
Get hun, or it's you I pop on the head. It works every time.
Sorry, General Smith. I did the best I could, but I didn't even see a rabbit.
Good. I didn't want you. I just wanted you to get out of my hair while I pack up some things. Now we're ready to go. don't see any more sagebrush on the way.
I agree.
I hope this is the last time I see this cabin. Somebody catch that raccoon. Raccoon roast.
General Smith, are you talking in your sleep?
Sounds delicious. Mm.
General Smith, wake up.
Now it's Lorenzo Rouse. I'm gonna get you.
Don't forget your blanket. Don't forget your hat. Don't forget your backpack. Wow, that's pretty.
Wow, what's so great about that? Just a bunch of distance.
I'll race you down the hill.
Wow, I can go faster than you.
I don't see how people call this wasteland. It's so pretty.
Boy, you haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen any bones yet.
You sure like to talk about bones, don't you?
Oh, them mothering bones, a quivering sight they are to see, sitting there quietly in the breeze. They have a story to tell the country you're in. They're dead. They died a long time ago.
I have yet to tell you, General. I find more life and beauty, and especially pleasure, in the barren wilderness, as you call it, and where there are big cities with lots of lazy people, and every convenience being made to make people all the more domesticated and motionless. That's where there are really moldering bones.
Boy, you're far-fetched from your parents.
Well, me being the youngest one in the family, they weren't around much, because I was in school. I used to think I hate school. But lately I've been learning how many people don't have the opportunity to go, or they can't afford it. Because most schools charge a high price for each person. I haven't missed one day of school yet in all the years I've attended. I don't intend to miss one either. During the fall, I'll make my journey back to France for our next year's schooling, through the winter and early spring. You see, this is my first exploration on my own. I ought to choose what part of the world I'd explore when I turned 13 in January.
13? 13's only the first and second step from the crib.
Not for me. By the time I was 7 years old, my mother said I was an adult. And by the time I was 10, she said I was mighty mature.
Oh my, what a mighty mature mountain you think you are.
Oh, I know I've still got a lot to learn, but you can bet, as far-fetched I am as you think I am from my parents, I'm as far-fetched from the crib.
That's the first witty comeback I heard you make, boy. Hey, cool.
Father's quite a bit different than he was when you knew him. He often talks about the good old days in the Western hotels.
Perfectly normal for him to miss the hotels than the country or the comrades.
Actually, I don't know if he knew very much of the people out here.
Don't kid yourself, boy. If he knew me, he'd know every boot and bucket in the territory. Just because he doesn't talk about them doesn't mean he doesn't know them. Come on, we gotta get going. Hurry. Time for lunch.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry.
Ah.
looking at?
No. This is too far.
So do you want to go back then?
No, we're almost there. You litter bag?
Where should I put them then? You have a garbage can?
No, put them in your pockets.
General Smith? I was gonna ask you where you got that book in your cabin.
What book?
I found it under your floor when you were going to your Chattanooga ceremony.
I don't have books. You must be imagining things more than I have.
No, I'm not imagining. I'll even show it to you when we get back.
I have no interest in books.
Why?
They're a great big waste of time.
Have you ever read this book?
I never even knew there was a book in my cabin.
You didn't? Does that mean I'm the first one who ever discovered this book?
So what? It's like it made a greatest discovery is Benjamin Franklin.
You see, you wouldn't know about Benjamin Franklin and his great discovery unless somebody told you about it in a book, or else you read it. This man has made as amazing discoveries as anybody in miracles, prayer, and faith in God and his leader. I have benefited so much from this story, and I know if I learn from his experiences and apply the principles he lived to my life, I'll escape a lot of trouble and misunderstanding, and I may even be worthy to live again after this life.
Who would want to live after they die?
I sure would. See, General Smith, by you asking that question, I can tell that you're already interested. You should read that book.
I'm not one bit interested. Ooh.
You, of all people, should be interested. You see, this man lived in your own cabin. He had a family there. That's what it's all about. The experience he had with his family, and how they helped him believe what he believes.
The only reason why I'd be interested if I was in my cabin right now.
Do you even know how to read, General Smith?
None of your pie.
I didn't ask you for a piece of pie. I asked if you could read.
If I'm a general, do you think I could be one if I didn't know how to read?
You might have learned how to read. Do you still know how?
When are you going to stop asking questions?
As soon as you can tell me whether you can read or not.
I ain't going to tell you because when the time I'm done, you're going to have another question to ask me.
He really doesn't know how to read.
Good. It's going to rain. We need a bath anyway. so it's like I haven't even seen them before.
Should we ride them?
What, do you think we're circus performers or something?
Why do you want to ride them?
None of your pie. It means none of your pie. Hey!
Can you go any faster?
You better get back behind me and never pass again.
Well, it's only when I'm ahead of you they try to go faster.
Bean!
See what I mean?
You better quit teasing me.
The only reason I do is because you chase me and we'll go faster.
I'm gonna kick you. You hear me? I'm gonna kick you.
Okay then, you can if you can catch me.
That better hit you. Okay, we're turning back.
Why? I certainly ain't holding you back, am I?
It doesn't matter.
No disadvantage to me. I just came for the adventure of the place. And you wanted to show me your war site. I still don't understand why you want me to see it so bad.
Well, I have to show it to somebody before I die, so they know where it is.
But you're gonna live way longer than I am. Because you're gonna live 300 years, remember?
Not if I have to live with you another minute.
Well, how far is it to your war site anyway?
You're supposed to see it up there.
Oh, really? Is it really that close? Let's get going.
are we?
What? You don't know? Are we lost?
Yeah, we are.
So what are we gonna do? We just wait the night here?
Yeah, I'll have to find out where we left off on my route. We're so lost. They sure don't get the far.
Can we go back now?
No, just get to the top of that right white rock and then we can.
Gracious.
Back in the days of the Civil War, they started making these candies. I bought 2 bags of them, and I have 4 left from the last bag.
You saved those from clear back then?
Yep, and you don't get any.
I don't want any. They're probably still.
Just try one of these. They're good. You'll want another one when you try them.
Those are good. Can I have another one?
Nope, but I told you to want another one.
Why? Why can't I have another one?
There's only enough for me to have one today, next week, and when we get home.
Okay. Thanks for one anyway. General Smith, I've been gonna ask you, how'd you survive the Battle of Chattanooga?
Because I didn't even fight.
You didn't? I thought you did.
Never told you I did I?
Yeah, but for as much as you talk about it, I figured you did.
General Grant sent for me in the worst times of the battle. Even riding at our fastest and reasonable speed, we were 2 days late and the Confederates already won. The blame on me because the Union lost the battle.
But it couldn't have been your fault.
I wasn't the only one that thought it was. Other people did too. So I moved out in the wilderness hoping I would see nobody again.
What do you think would have happened if you would have gotten there on time?
If I got there on time. General Robert Lee. Virginia General Grant find General Robert Lee, and I'm gonna come and break in and help him. Supposed to walk down by now.
Oh, okay.
Pretend you're General Robert Lee soldier, and I'm gonna come and boom, 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 boom.
Am I supposed to fall down again?
Yes, well, fall down again, get back up, pretend you're another soldier, and fall back down now, and get up again, and fall down again. Okay, that's enough. If I just made it on time, then me and General Grant would be buddies and live in my cabin together.
Now you wore yourself out from playing that game.
It ain't my problem, it's yours.
How's it my problem?
All right, get on your hands and knees.
Oh, no. I remember. I'll wait for you.
Hee hee.
Glad we're going home.
Yeah, I just hope we make it.
Sorry we didn't make it to your war site, but if it's as important as you think it is, it should be in a museum.
You don't put land in a museum, you powderhead. You never thought I'd see it again! Yeah! So we're heading to France now, are you? Back to France now, alright?
So do you want me to come see you next summer?
Do you think I'd miss you?
I don't know, but I'll sure miss this place. I have an idea. What if when I come back next summer I'll read you the story I found?
Yeah.
I could write a journal about your life if you want me to.
Okay.
Well then, I guess I'll see you next summer. Well, who's he?
You mean you don't know who General Smith is? Or the third lady? That's it.
No. That is so weird. Pa was always trying to get Ma to change her name to Gail. He said if he ever had a girl, he'd name her Gail. And me being the last child, he named me Lorenzo.
I haven't laughed in 24 years. I'm gonna get Parkinson's if I'm not careful.
Well, finish the story.
I was late.
What?
Instead of the Battle of Bull Run, I was late.
Why don't you say the Battle of Vicksburg or something at the North one if we're going to be down in the South? And you're from Texas, we played, and then you come back.
North. I'm a Northern.
A Northern?
I'm a North guy. That's why I was dispatched in the Army. I didn't fight on the South side. I didn't even fight, but I was supposed to be on the North side.
So what is it gonna be then?
Well,
Hey, let me.
okay, who won? When the South won, what place did they win? They won.
I can think of a few. In Mississippi, they won a battle called the Battle of Chickamauga. And then they won the first Battle of Bull Run. Yes.
All right,
let's
do Chickamauga or Bull Run that I was late for.
Hey,
What year was it?
Huh?
What year was it?
Probably 1863 or something.
Okay. The later we can get, the better. The later work. Well, where was it at? Chickamauga and then?
Chickamauga, it was somewhere here. I gotta look at a map sometime. Oh, it seems like, yeah, even though you were the good general, then you still lost that battle. And why don't you say that it's the Battle of Vicksburg, and the South do lose, and you're part of the South because, and part of the reason is because you didn't get there on time, and you are from Texas, because this looks like Texas. We're trying to have this be in Texas.
We don't want it to be in Texas.
Yeah, we want it to be as well, the reason we made it Texas in the first place.
I don't want to be on the South side. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't believe in slavery.
Can't be in Kansas. There's no mountains in Kansas.
Oh.
I think there's a North state that has mountains.
Yeah, like...
So what? They don't have red, burning, blazing Valley of Death mountains.
Just say it, dude. Oh, wow.
Travis, there's gonna be people...
Just say I travel a long ways to where there's no mountains. I'm out in the boondocks, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Hey, Amy, you guys listen to this. If you were on the South, it wouldn't offend anybody. Because, you know, if you was bad, you know, so you didn't really fight, and you got there 2 days late to make and help the North win because you didn't have they didn't have your whatever 1,000 men or something.
Yeah.
And then and then a bunch of people thought it's your fault.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And so you came to and it was around in Mississippi. Well, the Battle of Vicksburg. It was in Mississippi.
Did the South win there?
We gotta keep
the North
going.
did, and if you were in the South, then people think the bunch of the South would think it's your fault for not arriving there on time to have the North win, and then you'd be like, and so you decide to come live by yourself, and so you'd come into Texas and find this cabin for a place. We were in Texas.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And Travis, you can say that you went trained to be a general in Texas, and that's why you were here, and that's why this area.
Well, a lot of the Confederates come from Texas. Texas was a Confederate state. I don't know.
So it's either from the Confederates.
Crap.
You can hear when it's going to glitch because it starts going static inside the thing. See, look, the battery says 257 minutes. It's full charge. So it's really good. Trav.
Y'all know that. Sheesh, when you're ready.
Okay, she's General.
You can flatten again.
What are you doing?
Get up, Rufus!
Get off of me! I can't even breathe. It's like trying to carry the Great Wall of China on one load.
Well, if you don't want to carry the Wall of China,
What are you doing? Get off!
get up, Rufus!
Get off of me! I can't even breathe. It's like trying to carry the Great Wall of China on one load.
Well, take this stick and go hunt some rabbits.
With this? How do you get around with this?
You sneak up behind them and bonnet.
You can't even get close enough to a rabbit to hit them.
You get hunting, and she gets fouled out of bed.
There's a cabin!
You never thought I'd